Good morning, everybody. This is Doge Whisperer again, also known as Clashing on God with God on Twitch. Today, we're going to revisit the mwcpool. They've made some changes since my last tutorial, and I would like to actually do a quick tour of the place, and then at that point, do a couple of integrated tutorials. Hopefully, I can do it all in one video and do it very quickly. So as you can see, the new interface, the front page has actually been cleaned up. It looks way nicer, very simple, and as you're going to see, everything is very detailed and very easy to read. If you don't understand, then they got a guide up here in this particular corner where you can actually get more information on this. I'd highly recommend you sign up. You will need to sign up in order to connect your rigs, of course, like most places do. It's somewhat anonymous. None of your information is sold, but the sign up is so that you can actually collect the Wimble as you start earning it. At this point, let's go ahead and take a look at the quick dashboard. And as you can see, we got the network stats, we got the pool stats, and we got the network versus the pool graph rate. So here's the pool, and there's the network graph rate. As you can see, very nice. It shows all the blocks that were found, and it also tells you when the last block was found. In this case, it was 3 minutes and 10 seconds ago. We got a network graph rate of 14,000, between 13 and 14,000 graphs per second. The pool graph rate's only at 8,000 graphs per second. And we got 130 active miners, and the reward payout for each block that's found, for divided up by all the people that are mining on this pool, is 5 cents per, or 0.5 Wimble coin. Not 5 cents, my bad. Anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look at the other locations. We're going to show the guide. Before I log in, we're going to show the guide. The guide part that is most important at this point is this part right here. We got the pool. I actually ran it. I'm running 4 miners on each of these, and I haven't really seen a difference between them. One's difficulty's a little bit higher than the other, but like I said, I get about the same payout no matter which one I use. So you could probably, if you have more than one miner, you could use either one. But what you're going to do is you're going to use this particular stratum to connect your miner, which I'll show you later, to this particular pool. So I'll get into the rest of this later, but let's go ahead and log in, and we're going to take a look at the miners. So I'm going to go here, and of course I got my Doge Whisperer with my super duper secret password. I'm going to go ahead and clock in and let it load up my miner's data, and we're going to see exactly how I'm doing. Right now I'm at 45 graphs per second. My average is about 37, 36 for the 1440 block. As you can see, there's 2 different ones, the 240 and the 1440. Estimated share for the next pool would be about this one, and of course you got your last height and daily earnings. As you can see, I'm earning 0.16 MWC per day on average. As you can see over here, you got your graph rate, and as you find blocks like what looks like it just happened now, you'll see these big old spikes coming up, and at that point it'll start processing them. So let's go ahead and take a look at our rigs, and we got the rigs. In this case, I just got them numbered. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and my default, aka 0. That was the default one's my original, and then I added all the other ones. They don't have to be numbered. You can actually give them all kinds of cool names, but I'll show, once again, once I do the tutorial, I'll show you how to name these rigs. To me, the rigs are numbered in my mining shed, so if one stops working, I don't have to try and figure out which one it is. They're all numbered. So, and they got a little sticky note on top of them, and it says 1, 01, 02, 03. Unfortunately, 01 would be this one, but it's listed as default, so it's the first one I connected to this. The good thing is you can actually check your status and how everything's going per miner, which is actually pretty cool too. And as you can see, this one here is actually mining 7.9 graphs per second. The average is about 5.7 graphs per second. Not much more to know about this. This here is a good area where you could where you can look, and if there's any rejected shares or any problems with your miner, it'll pop up here. So as long as it's green and the orange and yellow is flatlined, you're mining fine. You shouldn't have any problems. Then we got after the rigs, we got the payout section. In this particular case, I got 0.91 Wimble with 0.17 immature. That usually will take 12 to 24 hours to clear, sometimes up to 2 days. So what will happen is, and it goes for the wallet too. I'll explain that a little bit later. In some cases, when you receive payments from a pool, in this particular case, it'll clear quickly. But most cases, when you clear, it may take up to 2 days for it to clear. If you're mining like on a local node and what have you. So it'll show you how much you have, but it'll also state how much is immature and you can't use it yet until it finally clears the blockchain. Once it does, then it'll all become available, similar to this. I'll get into that as we go. As you can see, I have taken out a total of 24 Wimble from this site, and the minimum payout is 0.2. So right now, I got enough to do it, but once this one clears, I won't be able to until it hits 0.2. I mean, but anywho, that's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and show you all the different confirmations. These are all confirmed. These are all blocks that were found and processed. And with the confirmed ones, they'll show up as the immature as they start processing through the blockchain. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at what I was looking at earlier. We're going to start the first part of our tutorial, and that will be adding a particular stratum to your miner so that you can connect to the particular miner itself. So we'll copy this, and then we're going to go over here to our miner, and right now it will be on the pool configuration that you'll need to go to. On the coin, you'll make sure that it's not GRIN but MWC. If you have 2.52, your miners will be fine, but if you have 2.54 on the firmware, you're gonna get a hardware error. It'll still run fine, but the hardware error will come up. They haven't fixed that yet. I'm not exactly sure what happened with that, but if you have 2.52, that works perfectly fine. At this point where it shows the pool, we're gonna put in the stratum right there along with the port and everything. You're gonna put your login ID where it says pool worker, okay? And once you put in your pool worker ID, what you'll do if you want to name it something other than default, for instance, I'll go ahead and just put a period after the name and then put Doge 1. I'll do it that way. I'm not a very good thinker, but in this case, I'm going to put Doge 1 as the actual worker name. But you need to start it with your login name, okay? And the reason why is so that it can map it to your particular rig, and you can actually, when you log into the pool, it'll actually show you where it's at. Now below that, you're going to use your login that you have for your account. In my case, as you can see, it's password 1 2 3 4 5 6, super duper secret. Nobody will ever know. And at that point, you go back over to the dashboard. Oh, gotta log in first. go back to the dashboard, and as you can see, it is mining. And what we'll do is, let me do this right quick. Once we do that, we'll go back over to here. And, oops, 1 second here. Oh, good Lord. There we go. Okay, now it'll be updated in a second, and let's go back over here to our rigs. At this point, it's still at default, and let me check, and yeah, at this point it's restarting. As soon as it restarts, there it goes, and let's go ahead and refresh. Go ahead and refresh it. It should be 0123 or 02345. No, that hasn't updated yet. Default will eventually turn from default to Doge 1. Once that's done, then at that point you'll see that it goes pretty much there. So that's all there is to that. Now let's go to the payout option. So let's go to payout. Now here is where it gets a little bit confusing. It got confusing for me. And I'm going to give you a real quick disclaimer, okay? If you mess up, as long as you don't finalize it, you can wait up to 2 hours and it'll time out and give you all your Wimble back. If you finalize it and then you screw up after that or in that particular process and you realize it's not going to the correct location, then it goes into the oblivion and you've lost everything. However, do not fear, it's not that hard. So what we're going to do is go over here to our wallet real quick. And from the wallet, we're going to go ahead and click on the receive button. And in order to generate the slate plat or the slate pack, we're going to use our actual wallet. Yeah, our actual wallet ID right here. So we'll go ahead and highlight this. Right click, select copy. You probably won't see that from there, but that's the easiest way to do it. Or you can Control A, Control C, one or the other, doesn't matter. Anyhow, you're going to take that, and then we're going to go back over to here, and then you're going to put in that particular wallet address. Now you're going to request a initial slate pack. So you click on this, and then you'll notice that it creates a slate pack. So now we're going to click on this little copy right here, and you'll see that little green check mark. Beautiful update from the last one. Last one, we had a little bit of an issue where it would delay, but you couldn't tell what it was doing, whether it was working or not. Now, this here's a lot quicker now. So let's go back over to the wallet. And now what we're going to do is going to say, receive, down here at the bottom, it's going to say receive MWC by slate pack. So we're going to click there and we're going to press Control V. Now you got the slate pack. Okay, now you're going to click continue. And you're going to select generate response. Okay, now you're going to select copy to clipboard. And you're going to go back over here to the response slate pack, and then you're going to paste your slate pack that you got from the wallet, and then at that point you'll click on finalize. Okay, now you're going to notice that we no longer have anything except for that 0.001 MWC in your wallet. Okay, so now at this point, the MWC that's immature will eventually come up here, and then you can do it again. Now we'll go back over here to our wallet, and from there we're going to go back over to network and node status, and as you can see, I have 1.069 MWC. But if you notice, there's an hourglass there. Okay, that hourglass shows that 9.19 has not cleared. I have it available, but most of it's not available to spend yet if I wanted to. So one thing that you can find out if you're not 100% sure is if you go to send, you don't have to send it, but this is how you find out how this is available. This here will update also. So if you can either watch it here as it goes up, but sometimes this doesn't update. If you click here, after a while it'll start updating. But once it's all cleared, this part right here will disappear and it'll all show that it's available for you. Now, at that point, you'll have your full amount of Wimble, and that's all there is to it. From there, you can actually send it, and it usually only takes a few minutes if you're doing it from the mwcpool for it to completely clear. But once again, it still has to process through the blockchain. That may take a little while to do. Once that's done, then all you got to do is wait for the Wimble to come back and you will be all done. That's it. There's nothing else to know. Technically speaking, I just went through a whole thing. If you have any other questions, you got the Wimble pool. How do you start mining? You got what's the mining rewards, the minimum payout, which mining software is recommended, and then how to contact support. In this case, Vec from Telegram or Discord will be more than happy to help you if you run into problems. And there's a bunch of other people that will jump in and also try to help you if you have any questions or problems. Other than that, thank you for listening to me and watching this video, and hopefully you guys can start mining your own Wimble and have a great time, man.